Hi there, Leos. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at March 30th through April 4. There's a lot happening this week. Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, joins up with the Sun in Aries, your fellow fire sign, in your ninth house of overseas travel, higher education, spirituality. For those of you who have been having a long distance relationship with somebody, this is definitely a time when you'll be thinking more about the future, if there is a future. And speaking of, on Saturday, April 4, there is a total lunar eclipse full moon in Libra, which is the sign of relationships and your third house of communication and short trips. So even if you're dating or seeing or in love with someone who lives in the same country or lives, like a couple of hours drive away, which really is still a long distance relationship in a lot of ways, this is a time when you're going to be making those tough decisions about if anyone is moving, who is that person going to be? Does this thing have legs? Is this thing sustainable? Now, that total lunar eclipse on Saturday is also going to be bringing up sibling and neighbor issues. If you and a sibling have been arguing or disagreeing or not getting along, the total eclipse on Saturday is going to help you work out just how important it is for you to win this battle, and definitely helps you see the other side of the argument. If you and a neighbor have been, arguing about silly stuff, which is always the way with neighbors. Maybe they make too much noise, they're recycling, da-da-da. This is a time when, it could really escalate into something. So keep that in mind. There's nothing worse than arguing with your neighbors and not, being able to trust your neighbors. So try and withhold any comments that you may have and just wait it out, because things will resolve themselves with that good planetary activity. Once that full moon is over, this time next week, you're going to have a much better sense of what's happening with a lot of things. This week, there's a lot of questions. Over the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot more answers, which is going to be a really good thing for you. Mars, the planet of energy, the planet of drive, the planet of I can do this, moves into Taurus this week, your 10th house of career and ambition. And for the next 6 weeks, Leos, it's a really good time for you to focus on your career and what you want, where you see yourself in a year, where you see yourself by August when Jupiter leaves your sign. Jupiter, of course, being the sign of good luck and opportunity, and it's moving direct again in your sign April 8 after being out of phase for 5 months. And in that 5 months, many of you have really discovered that you've got something wonderful going on. You just haven't had a chance to shine. You're going to shine April, May, June, July, and most of August. And then Jupiter moves into Virgo, which is your second house of money. So all of this hard work and all of this finding yourself and finding the right job, the right boss, the right co-workers, the right fit for you is going to really pay off. And by the end of the year, your coffers will be full. So really, take a lot of note of what's going on. Keep on keeping on and know that the planets are definitely on your side. And this is probably one of the best months of 2015 for you. Have a great week. Great speaking to you. And I'll speak to you again next week, Leos.